Hello folks, I got a 2007 BMW 550i and the cigarette lighter is not working. And I'm talking about this right here. So I've got a little USB here that I use in troubleshooting and diagnostics of cigarette lighters, and basically I just use this because it's got a little light here. If I plug in, it will flash, and that tells me if it's good or bad. You can use any USB, your charger, your phone charger, your CD player, whatever, as long as it's got a USB and a light that you could see it's charging. So I got this simple one here, and just go ahead and start the car. Again, this is an 07 BMW 550i, and if I plug this in, if I plug this in, nothing. This light should be flashing, and there's no light at all. Now some people have pennies or dimes that get dropped in there, and it get stuck in there, and then it shorts out, and then you have to replace the fuse. But in my case, I don't know what happened to the cigarette lighter, but first thing that we're gonna look at is our fuses. And let me just save a lot of time to these folks that are troubleshooting or looking into similar problems with cigarette lighter on the BMWs, these models and these trims. In all cases, at least in most of the times that I worked on cigarette lighters on these models, the fuse is always 20 amp fuse. Again, in most cases, all the cases that I have been involved in with cigarette lighters, it is a 20 amp fuse. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my fuse tester, and I got a fuse tester here, and we're gonna go ahead and connect this to the negative battery, and then the cigarette lighter fuse in these models, it's an 07 550, it's gonna be in the trunk. And remember what I told you about the fuse amps? It's always gonna be a 20, so it's either gonna be it's always gonna be one of these yellow ones. So let's go ahead and test them Let's go ahead and test them really quick here. And I actually know where the cigarette lighters fuses are, but I'm testing this just to show you how to troubleshoot these fuse issues and how to find out which one is not working. And I want to show you a couple of ones that are working fine. The cigarette lighter fuse is always going to be up above this area where these 20s are. A lot of people are getting confused about the 61 or 88 or 87. There are different ones for the cigarette lighters, and you have to look at all the 20s and make sure they all work fine. So the 20s in my case are the yellow ones. I think there's one more here, and there's one here, and there's okay, so this is not working here. There's no light, no power. On this side there is, but on this side there isn't. So I'm suspecting it's this one. And this fuse number is 87. If you're not sure where to find these numbers, they're located underneath the fuse of each one. So this is the fuse. Underneath it you'll see the light right here. And let me see if I can zoom in or get it closer here so you can see the numbers. So 87 is this one right here. 85, 86, 87, 88. These are the only two 220s on this row, and this is the one that's bad. Let's look at it and replace it and see if that fixes the problem. Now some people been talking about it is a 61, and 61 fuse is, let me actually get my flashlight here and see where that 61 is, because the 88 is next to it, but the 61, let's see, the 61 is 7.5. Interesting. Let me just go ahead and test that really quick. .5 is working fine. It must be in other models, but again, in my case, like I said, always gonna be a 20, and this is the suspected one. Let's go ahead and remove this really quick. I'm using something similar to this here to remove the fuse, and let's look at it really quick. Sit right here. It is blowing the fuse. It is blowing the fuse. Let's go ahead and these fuses are kind of wider than most cars, most of the Japanese ones. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I have any spares. In my this looks like similar to, so yeah, colors don't matter, guys. I mean, as long as it's 20, that's all I care about. So we're just gonna throw this in the garbage and use this here and see what happens. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the car and use my little USB and see if it works. My little USB here, and see if this light flashes now. We're in business, guys. So in my case it was 87, number 87, and that fixed it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please support our channels, subscribe, and we'll see you next time with another video. Nice cars, guys. Nice cars, guys. Nice car, guys. It's got a lot of power too. See you.